So you want to relocate to Salem, Oregon. You might not want to, but you might want to. But hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a little bit more clarity as to if you actually do or not. My name's Mariah, and I'm a relocation specialist, real estate agent in the beautiful state of Oregon. My husband and I run a team together here, and we work with a lot of clients every year who are relocating to our area from all over. So this is something we discuss with buyers. We hear from buyers. I'm already out of breath here, but as you can see, we are walking through the beautiful streets of a really beautiful neighborhood in Salem. As I was saying, as I'm getting out of breath here on my rainy walk, was my husband and I, we work with a lot of people relocating to the area from so many different places. So this is a conversation we have often. We hear reasons why buyers want to move here, and then we get to hear why they like it here, why they're glad they lived here, and we have, of course, our perspective because we are both lifelong Oregonians. First thing you need to know before you decide to move to Salem is, or I guess not necessarily Salem, this is just like Oregon in general, is the people are friendly. And this isn't coming from me. This is a perspective I hear often from people who do not already live here. Like I said, I've lived here my whole life, so I don't have much to compare it to besides obviously traveling, which isn't the same as actually living somewhere. But I do hear over and over again how the people are very, very friendly, just in Oregon in general, compared to many other places. That is a really beautiful house. The second thing to know, this is like Salem specifically, is we have some really beautiful parks here in Salem. The third thing to know, as I stand outside of a school, you can check the school ratings on a website called schooldigger.com. And maybe the schools are not something that's important to you. However, generally speaking, if a home is in a highly rated school district, from what we've seen, I'm on my 10th year in the real estate industry here in Salem, and from what I've seen is homes really hold their value well when they are in a highly rated school district. We're safe, we're out of the rain. On the topic of schools, though, the next thing I will say is while living in a neighborhood with a highly rated school nearby, that does help your home hold its value, especially versus buying in a neighborhood with a low school ratings, I guess you could say. Generally, low school ratings and poor crime ratings go hand in hand, and high school ratings and high school ratings and low crime rating go hand in hand. So generally, even if you do not have a child, or maybe you're not utilizing the public school system with your child, even if that's the case for you, it might still be a good idea to look at school districts in your area and what they're rated. The fourth thing to know is, while there isn't, how do I say this? I have lived here my entire life, and I hear often, I set you guys down, just ignore the angle, we're just gonna roll with it. Now, the next thing to know is there might be more to do than you think. I feel as though finding things to do when it comes to that in Salem specifically, it requires just a little bit of digging. So what I mean by that is, as someone who's lived here my whole life, I hear often from other people who've lived here for their whole lives that there is nothing to do in Salem. And while if you're comparing it to a larger city like Portland, obviously lower population size, I believe we're at around 170,000, maybe 175,000 residents at the time of filming this in Salem. Obviously, lower population, there's going to be less to do. However, I know for my family and I, we keep ourselves so busy. We have lots of fun, and we are constantly out in Salem doing things. I'll give just a few examples. Last week, we went for a really, really beautiful hike. One of the most beautiful hikes ever. Waterfalls, all of that. It was only about a 45-minute drive from Salem. And then a couple days later, we went to I think it's like a semi-pro baseball league that we have in Salem. I'm not into baseball, but my husband wanted to go. My daughter, my husband, and I all went, and we just made a whole night of it. And you know what? Not my favorite thing, but it was something to do in Salem, and it was fun. And then afterwards, we went to In-N-Out Burger, and there was a ton of people there, and it was popping. Yesterday, we went to a biking trail just outside of Salem. Like, I guess a lot of the things to do are like nature type things. However, there are more things to do. Like, there are constantly things going on in Salem. You just have to look. So you can either look on Facebook, like Facebook groups, like Salem area groups, whatever, for things going on. I know if we're looking for more of like live music, for example, we want to go listen to live music somewhere, we can usually find that on Facebook groups. There's trivia nights happening at restaurants, bars, like there's all kinds of things like that. Especially coming into the summer months. I'm not dressed like we're coming into the summer months, and my rained on hair that just getting rained on outside doesn't feel like we're coming into the summer months, but we are coming into the summer months, and that means there's festivals. I have put multiple festival dates on my calendar in my phone over the last few days that I've just seen signs for around town, because they're festivals that I would like to go to with my family. So yes, you maybe have to be a little bit more intentional to look for the things going on. There absolutely are things going on in Salem. I know, like I said, for myself, my husband and I, and we have a 5.5-year-old daughter, we are constantly doing things, like doing fun things as a family, going out and about, and we're in the Salem area. The fifth thing you need to know if you want to move to Salem is to shoot me an email. That's the first step. My husband and I are a real estate team here in the area, and we work with a wide variety of clients, from lots of sellers, listings, buyers who already live here in the area and just want to move. But a big portion of our clients is also relocation buyer clients, people relocating to our area from out of state. So if that's you, or if you already live here and you want to buy or sell, don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to work with you. That's really going to be the first step when you relocate here, or just want to buy or sell here. If you're working with us, shoot me an email. My email's in the description, and we will from there set up a quick either phone call or Zoom call, whatever you prefer, and talk a little bit more about the next steps, what it is you're wanting in a home, so we can know how to best serve you. And we can also get you set up with a solid, trusty local lender as well. There is a lot more I could say about Salem, because I truly do enjoy living here. And like I said, we're always doing things here, so I feel like we really like milk it. You know, we make the most of it. We went to a really, really delicious local restaurant downtown last night, and then afterwards went for a walk around a really cute historic neighborhood that's downtown as well. Here, I guess you could say, just milking living here and making the most of it. But if you want to do that too, don't hesitate to reach out. I would love to work with you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, because I come on here every single week sharing everything you need to know about buying real estate in Oregon, moving/relocating to Oregon, or just living in Oregon in general. And I'll see you guys next time.